Every one of us has goals, dreams, or aspirations. Maybe you're aiming to excel in your studies, advance in your career, strengthen your relationships, or improve yourself in some way. Whatever your goal is, it's something that holds meaning for you, something that you've decided is worth pursuing. But there's one thing that often stands between us and our goals: the ability to stay focused. Life, as we know, is full of distractions. We live in a world where our attention is constantly being pulled in 100 different directions. Our phones are buzzing, people are calling for our time and attention, new trends are emerging, and endless content is begging to be watched, read, or clicked. Distractions are everywhere, and they're becoming more creative by the day. So, the question I pose to you today is, how can we stay focused on our goals amid these distractions? 1. Define your goal clearly. The first step to staying focused is to clearly define what it is you're working towards. Imagine you're setting off on a road trip, but you don't have a destination in mind. You might drive around aimlessly, never reaching any specific place. Goals are our destinations. If they're unclear or poorly defined, we'll struggle to keep focused because we won't know exactly where we're heading. When you set a goal, make it specific. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," dig deeper. What does success look like for you? Maybe it's earning a certain degree, starting a business, learning a new skill, or achieving financial independence. Once your goal is specific, visualize it. See it in your mind's eye. Feel the excitement of achieving it. Hold on to that feeling, and it will act as a compass to keep you going in the right direction. 2. Break down your goal into manageable steps. One of the reasons we lose focus is that our goals often seem too big, almost intimidating. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain, looking up. If you focus on the peak alone, it can feel overwhelming. But if you focus on each step, one foot in front of the other, that mountain becomes climbable. So, break down your goal into manageable steps. Create a plan, identify the milestones along the way, and set mini goals that are achievable within shorter periods of time. By doing this, you create a roadmap that keeps you on track, allowing you to measure your progress and celebrate the small victories. Each small win gives you a burst of motivation to keep going. Remember, staying focused is not about constantly looking at the finish line but appreciating every little step that brings you closer. 3. Embrace the power of discipline and routine. Focus isn't just about motivation, it's about discipline. Motivation can get you started, but discipline will keep you going. There will be days when you don't feel like working towards your goal. There will be times when distractions seem more appealing than staying on course. This is where discipline and routine become invaluable. Create a daily routine that includes dedicated time for working on your goal. Even if it's just a small amount of time each day, consistency compounds. You don't need to make giant strides every single day. What matters is showing up and putting in the effort regularly. Discipline will create a habit, and habits, over time, turn into powerful tools that help you stay focused, even when your initial motivation has faded. 4. Avoid multitasking and focus on one thing at a time. Many of us have been taught to believe that multitasking is a valuable skill, that doing multiple things at once somehow makes us more productive. But research has shown that multitasking often leads to mistakes and decreases the quality of our work. When it comes to achieving a goal, multitasking can be one of your worst enemies. When you work on your goal, dedicate your full attention to it. Focus on one task at a time. Deep, undivided attention will allow you to work more efficiently, make fewer mistakes, and ultimately progress faster. If you're working on your studies, close all unnecessary tabs. If you're writing a book, turn off your phone. If you're training for a marathon, set aside time when you can fully dedicate yourself to running. By giving one task your undivided attention, you not only make better progress, but you also train your mind to stay focused, and this skill will serve you well in all areas of life. 5. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. The people around us have a profound impact on our focus. If you're surrounded by people who don't share your vision or who bring negativity into your life, it becomes much harder to stay on track. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who inspire and support you, staying focused becomes easier. Seek out friends, mentors, or colleagues who believe in your goal, who encourage you, and who hold you accountable. These people will lift you up on days when you feel like giving up. They'll remind you of why you started, and their presence will serve as a powerful motivator to keep you focused on the path to success. 6. Overcome the fear of failure. One major distraction that often derails us is the fear of failure. We're afraid to take risks or to move forward because we don't want to fail. This fear can cause us to procrastinate or to doubt ourselves, ultimately taking our focus away from our goals. Remember, failure is a part of success. Every great achievement in history has been marked by setbacks and failures. When you see failure as a learning experience, as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, you can maintain focus even in the face of difficulties. Embrace the possibility of mistakes, because each one brings you one step closer to where you want to be. 7. Keep reminding yourself of your why. Staying focused becomes much easier when you have a strong why. Why did you set this goal in the first place? Why does it matter to you? Why is it worth the effort? When your why is clear, your focus will follow. On days when distractions seem stronger than your willpower, remind yourself of your why. Write it down, say it out loud, or visualize it. Let it become your anchor, something that you can hold onto, especially when the journey gets tough. Your why is what will reignite your passion and help you stay the course. 8. Practice self-compassion and don't give up. Finally, remember that the journey to reaching your goal won't be a straight line. There will be bumps, setbacks, and maybe even moments when you feel like you're moving backward. This is normal. Progress isn't always linear, and it's important to practice self-compassion. Don't be too hard on yourself if you have a bad day, or if you momentarily lose focus. What matters is getting back up and continuing to move forward. Success is not about never failing, it's about never giving up. Remind yourself that you're human, and that staying focused on your goal is a process that requires patience, resilience, and self-forgiveness. Staying focused on your goal is one of the most powerful things you can do. It's what turns dreams into reality, plans into achievements, and hopes into results. The path may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. So, let's commit today to stay focused. Let's define our goals clearly, break them down into manageable steps, embrace discipline, avoid multitasking, surround ourselves with the right people, overcome the fear of failure, hold on to our why, and be kind to ourselves along the way. If you can do these things, I promise you, no goal will be out of reach. Remember, the power to achieve your dreams lies within you. Stay focused, stay determined, and keep moving forward.